peeps, we are back. We are talking Love During Lockup, Season 1, Episode 6.
Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks.
Santiva and Towsy. So Santiva is out shopping for clothes for Towsy. She's with her mother and she lets her mom know that Towsy is getting out in a couple of weeks and she is just head over heels for this man. She wants to get him some nice things. And her mom says, well, how do you know what he likes? And she says, well, doesn't everybody know what their man likes? And her mom says, yeah, if you know him. And I busted out laughing. I said, girl, you are ridiculous. You have never met this man, not one time. Not one time. She is head over heels. She is ready to build this life with Towsy. She tells her mom that she plans on spending $500 on him. Her mom says, can you afford that? And she says, well, yeah. And if I was her mom, I would have said, no, run me that $500 because you owe me money. We would have fell out in the middle of that store. I am sorry. I do not mean to act out in public, but you cannot ask me to go shopping with you when you owe me money. That is ridiculous. That is a foul. Flag on the play. Run me my money. I'm just saying. She tells her mom that she needs to call Towsy's mother because she needs to verify what size Towsy wears. So she reaches out to his mom, and his mom is absolutely surprised to hear from her. And she tells her, you know, why are you buying clothes for Towsy? Towsy got out a few days ago, and he already has a new girlfriend. He has moved on with his life. And she is completely devastated. Completely devastated. But here's the thing. We have already said before that Towsy and her end up not being together because Towsy ends up meeting somebody else and falling in love. Towsy ends up falling in love with this girl named Kelsey. The thing is Santiva right now, she doesn't realize it, but she has completely dodged a bullet. Since Towsy has gotten out, recently this month, Towsy has been arrested twice. He was arrested some sort of alleged domestic issue with Kayla. And then he got out of jail and was arrested again for arson. Allegedly, he burnt down Kayla's house. The house that he lives in, the house that her and her kids live in. So now she has also been arrested because when Towsy was released, she was hiding him from the police, allegedly. I don't understand why you would accept somebody back who burnt down your house, a house that you and your children live in. Now there is a GoFundMe out there where her children and brother are allegedly trying to raise money to help her get back on her feet after Towsy allegedly burnt down this woman's house. Santiva, you dodged a bullet. Like I said in the last video, I always had a feeling that Towsy was getting out and he just didn't want Santiva to know it. You know, originally they were saying that Towsy met Kayla when he got to the halfway house, but I'm starting to think that he knew her before then and that she's the one who picked him up from jail, that they had already had a relationship because they have a Facebook page. This is supposedly 2 days after he has gotten out of jail and he's already got a Facebook page with this girl and they are engaged. I just can't believe that someone of the age of 39, which, you know, is what she's going with, someone of her age would absolutely believe that this inmate in maximum security prison is telling her the truth. She believes that he's 100% honest with her. Santiva's with her friends and they're going through the Facebook, and it's so weird because she said she couldn't find his Facebook on her cell phone, and she thought, well, he wouldn't block me, would he? Of course he would block you, Santiva. Get your head out the clouds. You know, and she says that he has taken her life away. He didn't take your life away, Santiva. You gave him your life. All you have to do now is be honest with yourself and realize, yes, you have been played. Yes, you have been fooled, and it happens to the best of people. There are people all over the world who are very smart, very educated, and they still get taken. Your life is not over. Your life is not ruined. You just need to pick up the pieces Get past this whole thing and meet somebody who is available and wants to be with you, and preferably someone who's not in prison. Santiva does not come off as a bad person. She just comes off as a person who is naive, gullible, and lonely. There is somebody in Portland who is perfect for you, Santiva. Just pick yourself up and move forward. Ty and Hottie. So we see Ty, she is at the funeral home, and you know what? They showed the name of the funeral home. I don't understand this. Are they trying to give bad publicity to this funeral home? If I ever needed funeral services, that is the last place I would ever go for a loved one's funeral. She decides to call Boston and set up a meet. They're going to sit down and talk like civilized women about Hottie. This is what is ridiculous to me. Hottie is in jail. Both of you are free on the outside, and you're both being played and giving money to this guy in jail who can't do or give crap to either one of you. As soon as they found out about each other, why didn't they both just walk away and say, you know what, there's a whole lot of other fish in the sea. I do not need to be bothered with this guy. As soon as Boston shows up and Ty verifies that this is Boston, she starts swinging on Boston. Now my thought is this: what the hell are you wearing? This outfit is not appropriate for work or appropriate for fighting. When you know that you are about to get serious and you want to whoop somebody's ass, you are supposed to have on tennis shoes, no earrings, a good bra, and something comfortable, sweatpants or something, a little Vaseline on your face. Personally, if you throw up some of my nudes without my permission, it's always going to be on site. And I'm not even the person who condones violence, but that warrants a little bit of an ass whooping, in my opinion. My problem with this whole thing is Ty is grown. She has a career. She has children. And she is out here in the middle of the street in front of her job fighting somebody. I don't understand that. What is wrong with you? What is responsible about that? What is appropriate about any of this? This whole relationship is ridiculous. The whole setup is ridiculous. And the fact that Boston wants to call Ty hood or ratchet or whatever, so are you, ma'am. Both of you are two clowns. The circus is missing the two clowns. You guys are absolutely dumb. I didn't want to say it.
You big dummy.
But both of you are arguing, fussing, and fighting and acting a fool over a man who probably has several other women that are sending him money and accepting his phone calls. Ty, you say that you have 500 inmates that you talk to. Well, go back to your house and look at your vision board. Pick a dude off the board. You've got 3 children and you are spending $15,000 on Hottie. Now you out here in the street with your broken nails and nothing accomplished, fighting out in front of your job, people riding down the street watching. Girl, bye. Grow the hell up. Indy and Harry. So honey, listen, everybody already knows Indy really, she could use some assistance, some mental health assistance. So they are still at this nasty hotel. She is packing up a bag because Harry is getting out of jail the next day and going to the halfway house. She has purchased 2 wedding bands for the low, and she says that she wants them to wear these bands because they're already spiritually married, just not legally married. And they were going to tell them that they were husband and wife. And I said, well, what you don't want to do is lie to these people. You don't need any additional problems. Her and her mother are driving from Canton, Ohio to Mansfield, Ohio, where the prison is. That's about an hour's drive. So when they get to the prison, they're unable to see Harry, and they also can't see the van that's transporting him to the halfway house. So they decide that they're going to just drive to the halfway house and see if they can meet Harry. So that's from Mansfield to Cleveland, which is another hour and 20 minutes or hour and 15 minutes. When they call the halfway house, they find out that due to COVID, there's no visitation. There hasn't been any visitation at that halfway house in over a year. and that Harry will only be permitted to leave the halfway house to go look for a job. And that's within the first 30 days. So the best they could do is have Harry call her. My thought is this: why in Sam hell didn't you plan better? You have picked up your family and moved to Ohio with no money, no house, with no money, no apartment, no job, and no plan, period. Not once in this whole time did you ask yourself, should I call the halfway house? Nothing. And and all of this praise and rave that you give to this psychic, your psychic didn't see this. Your psychic had no idea that this roadblock was going to show up, that you were not going to get to see Harry. She has a complete conniption fit, a complete breakdown in the car, and I was her mother. Her mom was so unbothered. She was just sitting there looking at her nails, thinking in the back of her head, what the hell is wrong with this child that I gave birth to? I'm telling you, I would not have gone along with this foolishness. I appreciate Yolanda, but no way in hell I would have gone along with this foolishness. This is just weird to me. I mean, she is closer to 30 than not. She's 29. And so now you and your child are living in this nasty motel for your spiritual husband that you can't even see. I do see that they will be on the new season of Love After Lockup. I still don't think they're going to make it. This is just not a good couple, and she's not in her right mind. I just think that she's definitely being played. Gabby and Chris. Chris has still not spoken to Gabby. Gabby is still worried about, is he getting out? Is he not getting out? Are the feds going to pick him up for Fed time? She gets a call from one of Chris's friends telling her that he's been transferred to another jail. The feds are taking him to this other prison, but he still believes that he's going to get out. And she ends up meeting up with his mom, Felicia, and his sister, Essence. Felicia and Essence really don't F with Gabby. They don't like her. They don't trust her. They believe that she is a true gold digger. And, Felicia pretty much tells her that she thinks that she should just let Chris get on a bus and come on home. However, Gabby says that she's going to drive the hour and a half to where the prison is, spend the night, and then try to pick him up the next morning. So his sister Essence goes with her. The whole time Gabby is acting as if she is on the up and up, that she really loves Chris. It's all about him. It has nothing to do with this money. But I couldn't help but notice that she keeps referring to it as our money, as their money. No, ma'am, that is Chris's money. It is not your money. I understand why his family is skeptical about her. His mom makes a comment. She said that when he first started talking to her, he was giving Gabby money, and she was all about it. She says, but when the money stops, when he stops giving her money, will she still be there? Will she still care about him? Only time will tell. And I appreciate his sister for being honest with her. She said, do you think that I'm a gold digger? And his sister said, yes, I do. Only time will tell. Prove otherwise that you are not. And then Gabby makes this comment in her confessionals that Chris's family is not the type of people she wants him to be around, so they have to go. Well, let me just tell you something, honey. It will take a bulldozer and dynamite for you to blow these people out of this man's life. These people are not going anywhere. But I have a huge feeling that you're going to be gone real quick. Girl, you are full of it. The whole time that she was talking to Chris's mom, you could see in her face that she really does not like Gabby at all. And she's not going to. Yeah, and I still can't get over that our money comment. Girl, you are not married to him. This is his money. And I think you're going to find that out sooner than later. You are acting like a total spoiled, entitled brat. She made that comment that it's always money with these people. Really? No, I think it's always money with you. When we first met you on your first episode, all you talked about was Chris and his money. And not only that, we saw you try to buy a $30,000 dress. Girl, please, you are a gold digger, pure and simple. Haley and Dalton. So Haley is still reeling from everything she found out at her attorney Buzz's office. She's on her way over to Dalton's mom's house. She wants to get Dalton's mom's opinion. Personally, girl, you should have went to your house and took care of your son and cut off everybody. But okay. She says that Dalton's family, especially his mother, have cut him off financially, and she feels as if they just left her to take care of him and to be his financial support. No, ma'am. You decided to be his financial support. I'm telling you right now, if somebody's mother tells you that their son ain't shit and tells you not to financially support this dude, you better listen. This is the mother. Dalton is 25 years old. He did the crime. Let him do the time. Let him figure out how he's going to take care of things. It's not your responsibility. You have a 5 or 6 year old son. He is your responsibility, not Dalton. They show the neighborhood Dalton's mom lives in and her house. She's got plenty of money. She can support Dalton if she wants to, but she doesn't want to. So that says a lot. She says that Dalton calls her about 20 times a day. Who is paying for all these calls? These calls are expensive. When she sits down with his mom, she explains to his mom what she found out at Buzz's office and how she feels that she has been conned. Now, what I appreciate is Dalton's mom sat there and she listened patiently. But she let her know, Haley, I have told you multiple times not to send him money, not to put things on his books. I've asked you not to do it. And she says, well, what was I supposed to do? I'm his fiance. And his mother said, you are supposed to listen to what everybody has been telling you. Stop doing things for him. Stop giving him money. Stop supporting this. She said that the best medicine for Dalton is to be in jail with minimum money on his books so that he can realize the errors and the mistakes that he has made. She wants her son to learn a lesson and grow up. But Haley continues to financially support him and enable him. And she said that Dalton has a lot of women, even 3 of his exes plus Haley, that are giving him all kinds of money. Then Dalton makes this comment that when other girls offer to give him money, he calls Haley and tells her that she needs to tell those bees to stay away from him or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. Excuse me? If Haley is getting those kind of messages from Dalton and still talking to him, she's ridiculous. I'm not reaching out to some other woman. You can get on somewhere. You know, she mentions that she has given him all this money and she doesn't even have a savings account for Hendrix, and that she feels like a horrible mom. Now listen, I'm not going to mom shame you. I'm not going to say that you're a horrible mom. I'm going to say that you are gullible and naive, and you need to pick up the pieces and move forward. You're not going to get your $12,000 back. You're not going to get any of your money back. And I don't know if you're telling Dalton's mom because you're hoping that maybe she'll pay you back. I have no clue. But listen, you have got to move on. Whatever money that you have left, you need to make smart financial moves with it. Set up a college fund for Hendrix. Move on with your life. You're giving too much of your energy and love, time, patience, and money to Dalton. All of that should be given to Hendrix. I feel bad for her, but multiple people, her friends, her mother, his mother, have told her, this guy is not good. He is a career criminal and he is using you. And she continued to keep giving him money, keep accepting his phone calls, keep writing these letters, and keep that stupid binder. Girl, grow the hell up. Move on with your life. You deserve better. Not only do you deserve better, Hendrix deserves better. Anyway, you guys, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.